Assalamualaikum and hello. Let's continue with the case number 5 where we are going to learn about priority case. So this is where when you have the priority list, when you got a compound containing more than 2 functional groups, what you have to do, you have to refer to the priority list which one is the most priority. And as you know, when you refer to the list, the compound that contains carboxyl group will be the most priority. So that's why carboxylic acid can be the parent name. You can check out the priority list in chapter 4, aromatic compounds, because I've already taught you about this one in that chapter. So let's try example 5 where I have my benzene that attached to 2 functional groups. The first one is carboxyl group and the second one is halogen. So which one will be the most priority? Of course, as you know, it will be carboxyl group. So when you want to give the parent name must be your ring all together with carboxyl group. So this one, you have a common name that we call it as benzoic acid. So if you want to give the full name for the parent will be benzoic acid. And if you see here, you got one substituent, this is fluoro, at position carbon number 3, because this one automatically will be number 1, number 2, and this will be at carbon number 3. So your full name for this structure will be 3-fluoro. Make sure you spell it correctly, and the parent name will be benzoic acid. However, if you realize this is aromatic compounds as well, you can also use ortho-metapara system if you want to give the numbering for your prefix of substituents. For example, in this case, you have position 1 and 3, you have 2 substituents, so this is for di-substituted benzene. So at position carbon number 1 and 3, it is same case with meta. So I can also write the name as meta-fluorobenzoic acid. Next one, we will focus about nomenclature of aromatic carboxylic acid. So it's just the same case as before, because if you got any aromatic carboxylic acid with one carboxyl group, the parent name will be always benzoic acid, and the other substituents will be as prefix, and you have to give the numbering. But the carbon in the ring that attach directly to the carboxyl group will always be at the position carbon number 1. So for example, we have example 6 here. This is your benzene attached to 2 functional groups. As before, carboxyl will be the priority. So the parent name will be all this structure that I highlight as the yellow color. So this one is benzoic acid. Automatically, Cl atom will be substituent, and this is chloro. And this carbon in the ring that holds carboxyl group automatically will be first carbon, and chloro will be at the second carbon. And now the full name for this structure will be 2-chlorobenzoic acid. And this example is just the same as case number 5 as before. If you want to give the ortho-metapara system, you can also use that, because this is for di-substituted benzene. So you have position 1 and 2. This is just equals to ortho. So the full name can be ortho-chlorobenzoic acid. So this is the other name for example 6. Let's go to case 7 where you have aromatic carboxylic acid, but right now with 2 carboxyl groups. So the step 1, you have to give the parent name as benzene dicarboxylic acid. Aromatic carboxylic acid is referring to benzene that has 2 carboxyl groups. That's why the parent name will be benzene dicarboxylic acid, and the position of your carboxyl groups must be indicated as your prefix. So let's go to example 7. We will try structure A. As you see here, you got benzene with 2 carboxyl group, so automatically whichever carbon in the ring you want to give as position number 1, the other one will be position carbon number 2. So you have to give the prefix for the position of your carboxyl group. Hence, the name for this structure will be 1,2 dash, you got benzene dicarboxylic acid. So this is the name for structure A. Let's go to structure B. What I have here is just the same as structure A, but the difference is the presence of Cl atom. So, in order for you to give the numbering for this case, I'm going to start my numbering number 1 at this carboxyl group, because Cl is much more closer to this side. If I start here 1, Cl will be at position carbon number 3, so it's quite far. But if I start here, Cl will be at position carbon number 2. So that's why I choose from here. So you go anti-clockwise, you will have at position carbon number 1 and 4, you got 2 carboxyl groups, each of them. And then you got at position carbon number 2, your substituents chloro. So the full name for this structure will be 2-chloro, your substituent first, and then dash indicate the position of your carboxyl group 1,4 dash, and give the parent name for this aromatic carboxylic acid with 2 carboxyl groups will be benzene dicarboxylic acid. I don't have enough space, so I will write it down below that. So this is the name for structure B. So I hope all of you are clear how to give the name for carboxylic acid, whether they are aliphatic or aromatic carboxylic acid. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.